Hello and welcome everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about art of avoiding missteps and how we can analyze by black box information. I hope you and your loved ones are safe physically and mentally. Governments, organizations, society and individuals are exploring the uncharted territory in this pandemic where the cost of any misstep is huge in terms of human life and world economy. I picked up the book Black Box Thinking: The Surprising Truth About Success by Matthew Said to learn aspects that can help us in the current time. I started to read the book on this Friday evening, and it is so well written in lucid language that by Sunday morning I have finished it. The book is full of interesting anecdotes and loaded with information. This short video is not a full summary of the book by any stretch of the imagination and covers only my key takeaway from the book. So, here we go. My first takeaway from the book is about premortems. In Latin, the word mortem is synonym to death and post means after. We all have heard about the post-mortem, which is an after-event activity where the reason for death is identified by a doctor after death. After any of our endeavors have failed, we often undertake a similar activity in our personal and professional life to understand the reasoning behind its failure and avoid slips for the same reason in the future. In the book, Matthew suggested that we should perform a thought experiment with time travel in future and consider our endeavor has already failed. Considering this point of view and start delineating all the reasons for and rationales which have led to the failure and putting ourselves in the future for all the reasons which may have led to unfavorable result is a very powerful exercise to identify the reason for failure and helps us taking preemptive appropriate action in the present period. We can do similar thought exercise today by considering that even after 6 month post lockdown economy is grappling to reach the pre-COVID state. By outlining the reasons why this economy couldn't pick up even after 6 months in a thought experiment, we can take actions today to address it and avoid unfavorable outcome. My next takeaway is about confirmation bias. Now, confirmation bias is not a unique concept which is discussed only in this book, but it is one of the common biases from which we humans experience, and it clouds us from an objective perspective on a particular aspect. Often we tend to get attached to our thoughts, beliefs, and ideas so much that we do not learn to hear any contradictory views. We look for different media sources, researchers, and people who share similar views and provide supports to our line of thinking. Imagine if I hold the view that masks are not effective, which I don't think for the records, and look for all the news articles which supports the idea. As I search for information which bolsters my view about mask, overlooking the information about the efficacy of using the mask, under such confirmation bias, I will miss to take an objective view and adopt the right approach. The next one in the line is about blame game. Getting defensive and playing the blame game is quite ubiquitous in personal as well as professional life. The author recommends that organizations should impress the culture of not penalizing someone for accepting the mistakes. People should be encouraged to share mistake as an opportunity to learn from them without retribution. If individuals are punished for accepting their mistake, then they will try every possible way to cover up their mistakes. As the opportunity to learn from the mistake is lost in such an environment, it can lead to severe unfavorable results by repeating the same mistakes in the future. In the current situation, instead of countries pointing fingers on each other and playing the blame game, if they own their mistakes and share the learning, then all will benefit and life will be back to normal sooner. The last one in my list is law of marginal improvement. The idea behind this approach is small continuous improvements done over a long period of time can make a transformational change in our life, business, and every aspect of the world. This is also not the unique idea that is discussed in this book. We have similar approaches in the book like Atomic Habit by James Clear, where the core idea is to make the transformation change by adopting small changes in habits at a time over months and years. So, guys, I think you got an idea, and I'm sure you have found few of the things which you can all implement in your life to make it much more successful, happy, and peaceful. With that, I will close the video for today. I hope you all are staying well, stay safe, and speak to you all soon. Thank you.